Taking EDTC 300 was a huge learning process for me. It was one I was very nervous about doing, but it was one that I was willing to give a try. There was many things in EDTC 300 that were new to me. While some I had learned about, such as Twitter and hashtags, there was some I hadn't. Of course, one of the main topics of EDTC 300 is building a digital identity. I always believed it was better to not post anything online rather than post positive things. I was very wrong. It is very important to post positive resources online to create that positive digital identity. It shows that you are up in current times and know what's going on in the world. It helps you to make sure that you are staying away from posting negative things about your life that could cause you problems in the future. Watching A Price of Shame, Monica Lewinsky TED Talk, The Sextortion of Amanda Todd, Carol Todd's TED Talks helped me realize how important it is to build a digital identity. You want to make sure you're posting positive things about yourself online to make sure negative digital identities don't occur. Of course, our next topic would be Zoom. Zoom is how we took our class. Before taking this class, I had no idea what Zoom was, other than it was a little like Skype, but for larger groups. Using Zoom was an incredible experience. It allowed me to take my class from the comfort of my own home. Now, I was a little nervous using Zoom. What would happen if my dog barked, or what would happen if I wanted to take the class in my pajamas? Of course, my questions were soon answered, and I realized I had nothing to worry about. You're able to mute your microphone and even stop your video if you need to step out of the room. Of course, you can't. The best thing about Zoom is having the chats. You're able to post your comment or ask questions or share resources via text on Zoom rather than having to use your microphone, because we all know how much people love to do that. Although we sometimes had to use our microphone. Of course, and then you have the breakout rooms. These awesome little rooms that the host is able to put students in to allow for small groups to have discussions about the material being learned. Of course, the next thing we have would be WordPress. WordPress is a blogging site that most of us used in order to create our blogs. While I had used WordPress before, I had not actually learned how to properly use it. Taking this class taught me how to actually go in through my admin page in order to set up my blog. We were taught how to add categories in order to organize all our posts. As well, the admin page allowed you to see all the comments made on your posts as well as all the comments you made on others. Of course, some others knowledge was learned, such as how to embed YouTube videos. Talk about convenience, having a video right in your post. And then, of course, to give credit to people that you have used their posts, called a pingback. And then, of course, we have widgets. Who wouldn't want their Twitter feed on their blogs? Of course, then we move on to Twitter. Now, I had used Twitter before, but I never understood the purpose of it in an educational form. And boy, was I wrong. Twitter is an amazing community if you know how to use it. It allows you to share with others knowledge you are learning, resources you have found, and to help you find resources if you need some help. Of course, we had to add a picture. Now, I never actually thought I would have my picture on Twitter, let alone 193 tweets. Then, of course, you add your professional bio with a little bit about yourself, and then you start to share resources, and you might as well hashtag it EDTC300. Of course, the next step would be to become a member of a list to find all your classmates' tweets in one convenient location. Of course, you would want to join a Twitter chat to see what everybody is saying about one topic. SaskEdChat is a great one to follow, as it is educators across Saskatchewan sharing their knowledge. And then you might as well start to reply to others and start working on that contribution to others' learning right away. Of course, the learning doesn't end there. We have main topics such as teaching students to be safe online, social media and social justice, e-portfolios replacing resumes, and one identity, whether it be online or offline. Of course, teaching students to be safe online is the main theme of EDTC 300. It teaches us how to create a positive identity and to make sure that you are not posting inappropriate things that could get you in trouble in your future. Of course, that is something you would want to teach your own students. It is not realistic to tell students to stay offline, but rather to teach them how to be safe. I now feel confident I would be able to actually teach my students how to be safe online. Of course, you have social media and social justice issues. We've all seen those hashtags. We discussed the importance of actually contributing to these hashtags rather than not saying anything, where some people might think they're being neutral and can actually come off as they don't care or giving their opinion that it doesn't apply to them or doesn't matter. Of course, we then have e-portfolios replacing resumes. That is where WordPress comes in. We would want to make sure our WordPress is perfect for our future employers in order for them to see what we have been learning, resources we have used, and ways we are contributing to others. And then the idea that we have one identity, whether online or offline. Dr. Alex Kuros was a guest presenter during one of our classes that provided this thought that we have one identity, online and offline, and where we need to make sure we are professional all the time, especially when we're online. Of course, the learning doesn't learn there. We use a ton of tools during this class, such as Kahoot, Poll Anywhere, Google Classrooms, Google Docs. We also discussed the idea of fake news, which is becoming more prominent in today's society. We discussed how important it is to make sure we are getting our sources from our news from reliable sources, and if we think it may be fake, how to check it. We of course learned how to code, which is important in knowing how the creation of things like our social media accounts are created. And then there's Feedly, an RSS reader that helps us to filter blogs we might want to read about, such as EdTech, higher education, or technology. And then we have the Google Plus community, a place where we are all able to join together in order to post questions, resources, and videos. Of course, there is so much more we could talk about, but we have come to the end of our time. EDTC 300 was an incredible experience for me, and I've learned so much.